Welcome to your community. This is your hometown. This is Walton Entertainment. This is where you can hear from the community and those making a difference. We explore topics, local festivals, arts and entertainment, and local news. For this program and much more, visit us online at yourlocalstream.com. That's yourlocalstream.com.
Now we're going to come up in time just a little bit to a song made famous back in the late 60s by Jose Feliciano. This is Feliz, Navidad. All right, thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Now our next one is going to be a kind of a medley of some traditional Christmas tunes. We Wish You a Merry Christmas, The Holly and the Ivy, and Good King Wenceslas. And they're all done in a sort of a jazzy arrangement. And that's why it's called a jazzy Christmas. Next, a real Christmas favorite for years and years, going back to the 40s. This is the great song written by Irving Berlin, made famous by Bing Crosby and many others. White Christmas. All right, now a really old and traditional Christmas song that is done in a modern arrangement that was recorded by the famous orchestra, the Mannheim Steamroller. Ever heard those folks? They are great. We're going to use their arrangement on this one, Away in a Manger. All right, thank you very much. We love that too. Good morning to you too. All right, here's another really old traditional Christmas song. People like to hear these at Christmas time. We love to play them. This is It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. A song that I think you'll enjoy. This is a special Christmas song called Let There Be Peace on Earth. Now one that goes back to World War II and had a special meaning for many folks back in those days, with so many fellows out on the battlefields across the world. This is I'll Be Home for Christmas.
to you with childhood fantasies. Well, I'm all grown up now and still need help somehow. I'm not a child, but my heart still can dream. So here's my lifelong wish, my grown-up Christmas list. Not for myself, but for a world in need. No more lives torn apart, that wars would never start, and time would heal all wounds. And everyone would have a friend, and right would always win, and love would never end. Oh, this is my grown-up Christmas gift. What is this illusion called? The innocence of you. Maybe only in our own belief can we ever find the truth. More lives torn apart, and wars would never start, and time would heal all. This is my grown-up Christmas list.
This next one is our final song for our concert today, and we invite you to sing along on a lot of traditional Christmas songs. This is called the Christmas Sing-Along.
Hark the herald
Creative artists can offer you a wide range of video production. Call the experts and discuss your project today, whether it's your special event or your company. Creative Artist, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist produces this program you're watching. Call Creative Artist today, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist, they'll put you in the spotlight.
Today I'm going to read portions of my book, The 12 Days of Christmas in Georgia, as a little celebration of the holiday season in Georgia. The 12 Days of Christmas in Georgia by Susan Rawson Spain, who is me, and Elizabeth Dulemba is my illustrator. The first day they go to the beginning of the Appalachian Trail, and they find the state bird, which is a brown thrasher, and a live oak tree, which is our state tree. And so on the first day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me a thrasher in a live oak tree. So we talk about here, Jacob writes a letter home to his parents and tells them all about what the Appalachian Trail looks like and history of it and so forth. And they meet George the thrasher, George because of Georgia, of course. George will be throughout the whole book. He travels with them. So the first day of Christmas, we have the thrasher in the live oak tree. The second day of Christmas, they go to Dahlonega, where it was the beginning of the gold rush, even before the California one. And there is still gold in Dahlonega. So they visit the gold museum and they find out how much they would be worth if they were made of gold, close to $1 million. Yes. And then they actually pan for gold. And you can do this if you go to Dahlonega. So on the second day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me 2 pans of gold and a thrasher in a live oak tree. On the third day of Christmas, they go to Stone Mountain, and they learn all about the carving, how it was done, how long it took, how high it is, and the fact that you can park a school bus on the back side of the horse here. So on the third day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me 3 horsemen, 2 pans of gold, and a thrasher in a live oak tree. And this is Jefferson Davis, Robert E. Lee, and Stonewall Jackson that are carved on the mountain. On the fourth day of Christmas, they go to Martin Luther King Jr.'s boyhood home and learn about how he led the civil rights movement. And they see an exhibit called Children of Courage, where they find out that no matter whether you're a child or an adult, you can still make a difference in the world. So we have 4 doves. Doves stand for peace. So on the 4th day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me 4 cooing doves, 3 horsemen, 2 pans of gold, and a thrasher in a live oak tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, they go to Atlanta. And there they are at the Centennial Olympic Park. They go skating there because there's a beautiful rink all lit up and everything every year. And they learn about the Olympics and how money was raised for the Olympics through the bricks. And you can walk on the bricks and find whoever, if you know anybody that did donations and so forth. And on the 5th day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me 5 Olympic rings. And you can see they're skating the rings. And George wipes out here he's not a very good skater. So 5 Olympic rings, 4 cooing doves, 3 horsemen, 2 pans of gold, and a thrasher in a live oak tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, they go to the Center for Puppetry Arts, also in Atlanta. There's a lot to do in Atlanta. And they see all kinds of cool puppets and Muppets. So some of Jim Henson's Muppets are there. There's a whole wing for Jim Henson's Muppets, including the Swedish Chef. He's there, the original. And then they go to the puppet workshop and make one of their own. So on the 6th day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me 6 puppets playing, and the 5 Olympic rings and 4 cooing doves and 3 horsemen and 2 pans of gold and the thrasher in the live oak tree. I'm going to stop reading the whole rest of them. Okay, on the 7th day of Christmas, they go to Tybee Island. Off the coast of Georgia, in the ocean off the coast of Georgia and in northern Florida too, that's where the right whale bears its calves every winter. So even though you can't see that happening out here in the water. There are dolphins and so forth to see when you go to Tybee Island, and it is very interesting to learn about the right whale, and that is our state marine mammal, by the way. So on the 7th day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me 7 dolphins swimming, and the rest. On the 8th day, they go to Okefenokee Swamp. And there are all sorts of wildlife there, of course, and they learn about what the swamp is made of, and if you and the peat that if you stomp on one place, the bushes a few feet over are going to wiggle, and it's very cool to learn about all of that. And Jacob writes home to his parents about that. But most of all, they enjoy the frogs because they are the loudest thing in the swamp. So we have on the 8th day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me 8 frogs a-croaking. And the rest. I'm shortcutting. On the 9th day of Christmas, this is my favorite one in the whole book because it is about Habitat for Humanity. They go down to Americus, Georgia, and they go to the Global Village and Discovery Center and learn how Habitat helps families build their houses all over the world. And they see all different kinds of houses that Habitat builds. One of my favorites is the ones in India that are built with bars on the windows to keep the monkeys out. And Jacob said he wants to let the monkeys in. So it's kind of cute. But here they are operating the brick machine where you put mud and straw and whatnot in there and press it down real hard. And when you release it, you have bricks. So on the 9th day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me 9 bricks for stacking and the rest. On the 10th day of Christmas, they go to Callaway Gardens. And in the winter, the gardens are not so much what there is to see, but the butterfly house is wonderful. And it's there year-round, heated, and the butterflies are flying around. And if you wear red, they land on you. They like red very much. And you also can learn about the life cycle of the butterfly and get to see some hatching sometimes if you're lucky. I was able to see one. It took about a half an hour for it to come out of its little chrysalis and unfold its wings, but it was really cool. So on the 10th day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me 10 butterflies flitting and all the rest. On the 11th day of Christmas, they go to the Georgia Music Hall of Fame and learn about musicians that come from Georgia, groups like REM and the B-52s and people like James Brown and Alan Jackson. And they are now playing instruments that because you can sort of experiment with all the instruments they have there. And so there are 11 rockers rocking and the rest. And this one was really surprising, but in Georgia, we have in Dawsonville, there is a kangaroo conservation center where you can see over 300 kangaroos. It's the largest mob of kangaroos, that's what they're called, a mob, outside of Australia. So you have to call ahead for a tour because they're not open all the time for everybody to just drop in. But it's so interesting to see. And you can come right up. The kangaroos come up to the fence, and there are wallabies and all other sorts of cool animals. But that climate is very much like Australia's in Dawsonville. So we have 12, on the 12th day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me, and here's the whole list, 12 kangas bouncing, 11 rockers rocking, 10 butterflies flitting, 9 bricks for stacking, 8 frogs a-croaking, 7 dolphins swimming, 6 puppets playing, 5 Olympic rings, 4 cooing doves, 3 horsemen, 2 pans of gold, and a thrasher in a live oak tree. And then we can see them parading. Everybody's in there. I counted. Elizabeth managed to put all of the animals and whatnot in there so that everyone is represented. It's really quite a feat to get them all on one page. And then we have other cool facts and stuff about Georgia. Famous people that came from here. Julia Roberts is from here, and authors and sports people and so forth. So all of this happens in Georgia. And if you come to Georgia or you have someone visit Georgia from someplace else, you can show them all the cool things that are in Georgia. Thank you, and Merry Peachy Christmas.
This year's fast-paced race started off a little foggy, but the 2021 race had great attendance and everyone had a great time. and the fast-paced race is about the awareness of prostate cancer for men. This year's special guest is Olympian Frank Shorter. Shorter was on hand to meet and greet, along with giving a presentation about running and about his accomplishments, and that took place Thursday before the race.
Tell us how that was.
I think the first mile out a little too fast. Kind of dying at the end, but fastest 5K I ran since high school. So, can't complain.
Tell us how that was.
Hurt a lot. It's been a long time. It's a good race though.
How was the course?
Nice. Yeah, it's definitely fast. First mile's about, it's mostly downhill, then it settles a little bit, but it's a good one.
Is it your first 5K win, or?
No. But it's the first I've done in a while, so happy to be here.
Oh my god! The start, there's a huge slope, and I cannot keep up with the 5Kers because we start at the same time. And then my pace has to be better at the 5K. I'm getting older. I'm 47, so I need time to warm up, right? So it's a great race. A lot of security around it, and I beat I got my PR today, so I'm very happy. Thanks.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Just can't believe the race that.
We were pacing each other the whole way, but I could not pass her. It was so fun. That was fun.
I kept looking back.
I know.
That was a fun race.
That was really fun.
Tell us a little bit about the course a little bit.
The course is beautiful. It's easy, mostly downhill. If you just remember mile 3 to pace yourself up that hill, you got it.
Yeah, lots of hills, but
Yeah.
the down makes the up worth it.
Did you know you were going to be the first girl across the?
Am I the first girl?
Yeah.
All right. That's nice. I didn't plan for that today, but I'll take it.
Years ago,
I was here. We were trying to figure out exactly how many, because at a certain point you lose track. But I think it was about 9 years, and I remember everything about it. I remember the fairgrounds. I remember how it started coming back and finished, and so it was really fun to come back. And for me, I really did not do much over the last year and a half of what was going on with COVID. In fact, this is the second time I've been anywhere in the last year and a half. And I think one of the reasons I did become involved with the fast-paced race is that cancer affects everyone. And it's not very well known that I'm included in that group. But it was many years ago. It was 1995, and I was able to recover from that. But the cancer that I saw many of my fellow runners going through was prostate cancer. One, in fact, was Bill Rogers, who in the 1970s was my major competition. He or I were ranked #1 in the world in the marathon almost for the entire decade. So Bill came down with prostate cancer and fortunately survived. But during that time, we kind of, as rivals, actually got to be a little closer than we were because we'd had that prior experience. So that's really, why. And then the other reason is I always like more than one reason to come back to an event. And it was I, one, had such a good time here the last time. And the other thing is the connection with Atlanta. The running history. I've been here so many times over the years. I won the Peachtree race. Know a guy named Jeff Galloway, who is one of the icons in this area. So for me, it was just fun to kind of come back and sort of have that be one of the steps back into the process for me. Now that I hope we're emerging slowly, but maybe emerging from COVID.
And what do you think about the younger generation in running? Are they as involved as you were when you were their age?
It's hard. It's hard to know. I think they're there. I think they really do love it and enjoy it. And we can only find out as it becomes easier and easier. For young runners to get back into these programs. But the socialization process of it is it makes you realize how important it was when we were going through the same process. But the other thing is, in the running sports like cross country and track and field and everything, there's so much travel involved. There's so much going other places frequently because these events, it's not once a week. It can be sometimes 2 times a week. And so getting people to really understand that, you can do it, but everybody has to, do it carefully. And if you give me a moment to comment personally, to not take it personally and to not make it another issue. Let's just try to make it so that these kids can get as many places as possible safely to do what they want to do.